Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, and freaks of nature of all ages. My name is Brian Bad Hippie Jackson, and welcome to my very first ever movie trailer review. Today we're going to be looking at the first official 2-minute trailer for the upcoming movie Tomb Raider, starring Alicia Vikander as Lara Croft and scheduled for release in 2018. Now, before we get started, one, I am not going to be showing the entirety of the trailer. I will be using still images and clips from that to express points, etc., etc., etc. Two, I will be leaving a link for that trailer in the description below, so if you wish to go watch it, you can. Also, you need to know that I'm going to be making a lot of references back to the 2013 Tomb Raider video game, which this movie is supposed to be based on. I say that very loosely, and you'll see why here in a minute. So if you have not played that game or you have not watched walkthroughs of that game, spoilers! You have been warned. Okay, so before we get into the actual trailer, let's talk a little bit about the 2013 game that this movie is supposed to be based on, and what it is that the general public and fans of Tomb Raider seem to want from this movie. From everything I've been able to gather, everything I've seen online, everybody I've talked to, I'm guessing that 90% plus of the population want nothing more than for this movie to be a faithful adaptation to the 2013 video game, because that game was absolutely amazing. And what made that game so amazing, in my opinion, was the story. And that's what people want. They want that story translated onto the silver screen in a faithful, honest way. Are we going to get that? Probably not. All right. But let's go ahead and touch on that story. This is why I said spoilers. That story, we had a very young Lara Croft, completely untrained, completely inexperienced, probably fresh out of college on her very first expedition, looking for a major archaeological find. And then they ended up being shipwrecked on an island. The entire game took place on this island, and the sole purpose, the sole mission, was to survive and get off the island. The bad guys that they had to deal with was not some multinational evil organization bent on controlling the world that we see in damn near every video game movie adaptation. Even if it's not in the video game, they put it in the movies. Why? I don't know, but they do. The organization they had to go up with was actually a pseudo-religious cult led by Father Matthias, who basically were other shipwreck survivors who had been living in hell for more years than they could count, and they were violently insane because of that, but all they wanted was to survive and get the hell off the island. It was a fantastic origin story, the story of a survivor is born. It was absolutely wonderful, and I think what we really want is just to see that story translated onto the silver screen. And I must admit that when I first heard they were making this movie and that they had cast Alicia Vikander in the role of Lara Croft, I was very, very excited. I love Alicia Vikander. She is a phenomenal actress. She's an Academy Award winning actress for a reason, and I have every faith and confidence that she can pull off the role of Lara Croft. Then I heard that they had cast Walton Goggins as Matthias Vogel. And I'm thinking, yes, this is just getting better and better. And then from all of the images that we've seen over the past few months before they released the trailer, it was looking like we were actually going to break that historically long chain of great video games turning into crappy movies. And then they released the trailer, and those hopes of mine were dashed upon the ground like china thrown on concrete. Simple fact. So what are we going to be getting? If we're not going to be getting that origin story that we want, what is it? Well, based on this 2-minute trailer and the things that were just screaming in my face, I think what we're going to be getting is nothing more than an updated, rebooted, modernized version of the 2001 Tomb Raider movie starring Academy Award winning actress Angelina Jolie. I think that this movie's saving graces are going to be the same as the saving graces in the original movie. Phenomenally good action scenes, as cheesy as they were still fun to watch, and an incredibly talented cast. In the original movie, we had Angelina Jolie, Ian Glenn, John Voight, Daniel Craig. In this movie, we have Alicia Vikander, Walton Goggins, Dominic West, Daniel Wu, and it looks like in a cameo appearance by Nick Frost. But why do I think we're not going to get the movie that we want? Well, let's make some comparisons between the two movies, the original in 2001 and the new one coming out in 2018. I've made myself a checklist. Number 1 on the checklist, a strange secret artifact left by a dead daddy, which leads to a hidden secret message, also left by dead daddy, imploring his only child to embark on a suicide mission to save the world from an evil multinational organization and redeem his good name. Check. It's in both of them. And on a side note, what kind of father sends his only child on a suicide mission to redeem his good name, you punk bastard? Isn't that something you should have done when you were alive? All right, anyways. Number 2, Academy Award winning actress cast as Lara Croft, who happily accepts the suicide mission to save the world from an evil organization and redeem dead daddy's good name. Check. It's in both. Number 3. The reluctant sidekick who thinks that Lara's involvement in the whole affair is absolutely stupid and will probably get them both killed. Check. It's in both of them. Number 4. The evil leader of the evil organization's evil armies. Check. It's in both of them. And on a side note, these were both played by incredibly talented actors who unfortunately got scripts that were well below their level of talent. My condolences, Mr. Ian Glenn and Mr. Walton Goggins. You are better than that. Number 5, said evil organizations. Check. In the 2001 movie, it was the Illuminati who were looking for that little triangle of light thing so that they could control time and rule the world. And in the new one, it is Trinity, who wasn't even in the 2013 game. Trinity was in the sequel, Rise of the Tomb Raider, set in Russia, not on the island. And in this movie, they are after a tomb called the Mother of Death. Ooh, joy. But yeah, said evil organizations. Check. And number 6, easy access to advanced weapons and technology, which Lara did not have at all in the game, but she obviously is at least going to have some access to here, as when we saw her with the arms dealer Nick Frost, and he told her, you can't be too careful these days, the world has gone bloody mad, and she held up the classic dual pistols and said, I'll take 2. So are we going to be getting the movie that we want? Are we going to be getting that Survivor is Born origin story? No, I absolutely do not think so. I believe what we're going to be getting is a modernized version of the 2001 Tomb Raider, a few different plot elements, a change in location, but pretty much a story that we've already seen, and it's pathetic. It's pathetic that they're going to go through and do that, because once again, they have amazingly good source material, a groundbreaking game, a wonderful story, very well developed characters. They're throwing it all out the window and going with a formula that just doesn't work, and once again, screwing it up. And I think that if we expect anything more out of this movie, we're doing nothing but setting ourselves up for disappointment. So, with that said, what are your opinions? Drop me something in the comments below. Let me know. Can Alicia Vikander pull off the role of Lara Croft? I think she can. She is that good of an actress. Is the movie going to be good? Probably not. Do you think it's going to kick ass? Do you think it's going to suck ass? Do you think it's going to come in somewhere in between? Let me know. And please do not forget to check the links in the description below for the Disabled American Veterans and the Wounded Warriors Project. Let's please help support our veterans. If you liked the video, then hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Tell your friends and family to hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Please don't forget to leave me a comment. They're always welcome, good, bad, or somewhere in between. Thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. You guys are freaking awesome. And until next time, this is Brian Bad Hippie Jackson saying peace, love, clean underwear, and happy gaming.